Are you allowing head trash to prevent you from moving forward? And by head trash, I'm talking about the noise that's in the gray matter in between your ears. The noise of stories that you've either been sold by your own doing or by others. Today, we're going to be diving into something that affects us all, especially during the holiday season, what I call head trash. Yeah, I just coined that. Actually, not really. I can't claim that one. But, it's those persistent thoughts and stories that hold us back from taking action and reaching our full potential. I've gotten something for you, and I've got something that will absolutely shock you. So I encourage you to hang out with me just a quick minute, or maybe a few minutes. Who's counting? I'm Karl J.Jacobi. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm a coach, founder, entrepreneur, CEO, husband, and a father. And I wear all those hats well. At least I like to think so. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and make sure you ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos. Think about this for a moment. How many times have you talked yourself out of an opportunity before even trying? Those little voices in your head that saying, you're not ready, you can't afford it, or you're not qualified enough. During the holidays, those voices get even louder, especially when we're dealing with financial pressures or family expectations. Trust me, I get it. I battle with this too. Shocker, right? This is one of the biggest contributing factors that I address in all of our coaching clients and programs because I've been there. In fact, I still battle this noise, but I've chosen to not influence on how I show up for those that depend on me. And my goal here today is to show you the same in this video. Feel stuck? You're not lazy and you're not incapable. You're just stuck in your own head and it's killing your progress. As a combat veteran turned entrepreneur, I've built and scaled businesses to 8 figures and led teams in high stakes environments. But the real battle wasn't out there, but rather was in here. I realized true success isn't just about building businesses or reaching goals, but it's about overcoming the limiting beliefs that hold us back, finding our purpose, and taking consistent action toward a life of balance and fulfillment. That's why I created my one-on-one coaching program to help men just like you break through the mental blocks, uncover your why, and finally build the clarity, confidence, and consistency to thrive in every aspect of your life. Let's figure out what's holding you back and build a plan to fix it. No fluff, no gimmicks, just results. Click the link, take the first step, and let's get to work. Let's break down where these limiting stories are coming from. These limiting beliefs, this head trash, where is it coming from? I don't care who you are. Whenever you start to say yourself, I can't, you've got to ask where this is coming from. And it could be a variety of things. And I'll just kind of highlight some key elements here that may or may not fit in your realm of what you're experiencing, but there are some relatability in some of these, and I'm willing to bet on that. Childhood experiences and family dynamics. We all have various walks of life. We've all experienced things in our lives, setbacks, adversities, challenges. Either in our childhood, we may have been bullied in school. We may have suffered some trauma. We may have had parents that didn't set us up for success. There's those different types of childhood experiences and family dynamics, and a lot more to it, right? Some other things could be past failures and setbacks, especially in your career, in your businesses, in your personal life. All these different things feed into this head trash. Society's expectations and messaging. This is probably one of those most prominent areas that is plaguing us right now, especially when it comes to comparison with others, and now especially with this age of social media and the invasiveness of social media. We get into this trap too many times where we're looking at everybody's highlight reels, right? We're looking at everybody's best day and we're comparing ourselves like, what's going on here? Why am I not achieving that same level of success? Be it finances, be it health, be it business, career, whatever, fill in the blank, right? We all have fallen down this trap, myself included. We all just scroll through social media and we start to adopt this this mindset that there's something broken in us, right? That's one of the things I tackle in every aspect of our programs. The other thing could be contributing to this is the financial pressures and the scarcity mindset, especially during this time of year. And the holiday season is an absolute magnifier or amplifier in all these different areas, and how it can magnify, or it has a unique way of magnifying this head trash that we battle with. I mean, think about it for a second. You're experiencing this high pressure, this heightened pressure to create the perfect memories. The financial strain of giving, this gift-giving expectations. Maybe not so much from the outside, but what we expect internally in our minds, right? We develop this story in our minds of what we think is the expectation, this perfect memory, these stories we've made up, the family dynamics and old patterns from previous years or previous seasons. The gap between social media and perfection in reality, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of probably the key components of this head trash, because we look at what everybody else is doing, right? We look at what everybody else is doing on social media, where they're traveling to, what kind of gifts they're getting. Maybe they got a brand new car, brand new house, jewelry, or what have you, right? So we fall into this trap, and it's given us head trash, and it's put us in this deeper, depressing state. And we've got to get out of that. And this is probably one of the biggest traps we fall into. And as we close into the holiday season, what's the biggest thing? The end of year reflection, bringing up these perceived shortcomings. And we use that in a negative way. That just puts us in a downward spiral, right? So let's kind of break this down, if you will. What are some of the things, what are some of the voices that you tell yourself, especially if you're a parent, especially if you're, whatever you're at in life, what are some of the things that you tell yourself? One of the probably key components is I can't give my kids the Christmas they deserve, right? Or everyone else seems to have it all together. And I've got a nice one for you there. I should be a lot further along in life by now, right? These are some of the things we tell ourselves as we navigate, not just in life, but also in the holiday season. So let's examine why these thoughts are not serving us, and how they're often based on these unrealistic expectations, these stories that we've developed and sold ourselves in our minds. I can't tell you how many times, 9 times out of 10, probably 9.9 times out of 10, I've made up these stories in my mind, either because of something I perceived, and I was completely wrong in the story of what I developed in my mind, right? It could be a phone call that you're expecting, either from a client or from a loved one or what have you, right? And you start to develop these stories in your mind. How many times have you been wrong when you're expecting something, like, well, shoot, right? So consider this. What opportunities have you missed because of these self-limiting beliefs? How many dreams have you postponed? How many opportunities have you just pissed away because of these self-limiting beliefs? The real price isn't just emotional. It's the cost of the inaction, cost of not taking chances, and of staying inside our comfort zone. These are the real things that we have to face head on. Do you really want to be in your final breaths and really looking back like, man, I wish I had taken that risk. I wish I had done fill in the blank. But we let this crap, this head trash, influence on how we think, how we act, and how we show up for those that depend on us. All right. So let's get in some practical strategies, because we could talk about all this all we want, right? But until we've gotten some, like, okay, Karl, how can I combat this? I got something for you, because trust me, I'm 46 right now. Yes, I got some beautiful skincare, right? Actually, no, I don't. I know. I don't look a day over 20, right? Okay, that's what I tell myself. But listen, I lived with this for most of my life. In fact, I still live with this to this very day. And I'm going to share with you some practical strategies of how you can clear this head trash, combat it, and be able to show up and let this head trash influence and how you show up, not just today, but through the holiday season, through the end of the year, and through the rest of your life. Some days are going to be harder than others. I'm telling you from personal experience. There were days you're going to feel like you're on top of a mountain and you want to scream, and other days you're in this valley and you're not at your high, right? And that's okay. We all battle with this. We all battle this. The key component is how we choose to navigate these valleys and these peaks, right? All right, so let's talk about some practical strategies of clearing this head trash, if you will. One of the biggest key components is a reality check exercise. I want you to really write down your limiting beliefs. Every time you start to experience this, I can't. Whatever that limiting belief, whatever that limiter is, I want you to write it down. My challenge is to write it down. And I want you to list concrete evidence for and against it. Like, I want you to physically, don't do it on your phone. Get a notepad. Just go back to where our ancestors used to do. I try to be a little cheeky there. But I want you to put pen to paper, because there is a deeper cognitive connection when you're putting pen to paper and you're seeing it, your hand is experiencing it. There's just a deeper cognitive connection. So I want you to list in concrete evidence for this limiting belief and against it. And I want you to question where this story is coming from. In every client I've worked with and still work with, and even in our coaching programs, this is my biggest question every time I hear, I can't. Whoa, wait a minute. Where is that story coming from? Where is that coming from? Because it's coming from somebody. It's either coming from what we've sold ourselves because of the mistakes we've made, because of the missteps we've made, or it's coming from somebody else in our life, our loved ones. It could be a friend, could be somebody that's told us this story because they thought they were trying to protect us, right? They didn't want us to fail. They thought that they were trying to protect us, so they told us, you're dreaming too high. You need to be more realistic. Does that sound familiar? Now, they didn't do this out of like they were trying to hurt you or malintent. They thought in their minds they were trying to protect you because they didn't dream big, right? They didn't go out and risk and take chances and take those risks on opportunities. This is why we are often fed these stories, and we think, and guess what? If we don't correct this, we pass this down to our kids. But question where this story is coming from, because it's coming from someone that has fed this story in your mind. Now, secondly, I want you to reframe this narrative. So instead of, I can't afford the perfect gifts, instead, I want you to say, I'm teaching my children about meaningful connections beyond material things. And let's just be honest. Anybody that knows me personally, I am a Christian. I am a follower. I am a faith. I have a relationship with God, right? So we are in this time of season, and what is the real reason why we're celebrating this? If you don't agree with me, that's fine. We'll agree to disagree, okay? We can still be friends. But we're in this time of year because we're celebrating the birth of Jesus, right? This is the key component that we need to be mindful of. Also, in addition to experiencing joy, being present with family, loved ones, it's not the material stuff that brings some joy, right? But that material stuff eventually goes away, right? That excitement, it goes away. But it's the memories that we form together over dinner or whatever. Maybe an outing you guys do, or traveling, or whatever. But focus on the non-material things. Action over analysis. Now, let's take one step forward. Focus on the progress, not perfection. We oftentimes get so overcomplicated on trying to get everything perfect, especially in the holidays, right? We're trying to have that perfect hallmark moment. Yeah, that doesn't exist, right? Let's just kind of be real for a moment. We've got to focus on the progress and not perfection. One step forward. Look, when you first do this exercise, this whole thing, it is going to be weird. It's going to be different. You're going to feel this resistance. You're going to feel that noise. Oh, this is not working. It's going to try to talk you out of it. And that's why you've got to lock in and really do it, because you're being attacked. I don't care what your beliefs are. I am a firm believer that you're being attacked. It's just like going to the gym, right? The stronger you get in this exercise, the weight's going to get heavier, right? Listen, moving forward, everyone, I want you to know this. Everyone deals with this head trash. In fact, I was just having this conversation with my own coach just yesterday. And the reason I had this conversation is because I too felt my headspace getting a little sideways. Yeah, shocker, right? We all deal with this. And we often feel as though we're the only ones, right? Like we're the only ones that battle with this noise, this head trash. But here's the shocker for you, as I said before, and if you didn't pay attention, everyone deals with this noise. But it's how you combat this noise that either propels you forward or it continues to tear you down, and others with you, right? It's not just you. It's others that look up to you that's also tearing down. Listen, the goal isn't to eliminate completely, and that'll never happen, and that's just going to get you more frustrated than anything. but it's to recognize it for what it is. It's the stories that we've been sold or sold to ourselves. Your worth is not determined by your bank account, your gift giving ability, or how your picture perfect holiday is or your celebrations are. Sorry to disappoint you, but it's not the case. Listen, I've had the privilege and honor to work with some amazing individuals that you probably see on TV to this very day. It's eye-opening to see just how many people deal with this. You are not alone. So if you're sitting there right now thinking, man, I'm the only one that's battling with this, let me assure you, you are not. Everybody, whether it was Kobe Bryant, Mark Cuban, anybody that you view as successful on TV, they too battle with this noise. I've seen it firsthand in a lot of key performers. They too deal with this head noise because we've all been fed this either ourselves or by other people. But the key component is how you address it, how you want to attack life and go forward. So do me a favor. In the comments, share one piece of head trash you're ready to let go of. Look, be vulnerable. I've been vulnerable with you. I've been raw with you. Let's get out there, right? Let's create this community of support and accountability as we work together to clear this mental clutter. Remember, you are worthy of opportunities in front of you. You are worthy of the life you want to live. Don't let anyone or anything tell you otherwise. If you didn't pay attention to anything in this video, remember that. Don't let the head trash stop you from taking that next step. If you enjoyed this video and you want more content like this, please don't forget to give it a good old thumbs up. It really helps this channel out and expands the reach out to a lot more amazing people and be able to impact a lot more people other than just you and me, right? If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you won't miss any future videos. And as always, remember, I'm in your corner. See you soon.